everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with my fall favorites video. I have a bunch of stuff that I've been loving the past few months and I thought it would be fun to kind of gather it all together and share in a video. So I'll start off with makeup favorites. So the first thing is something that I got back in August. This is something I bought for myself for my birthday. It's from Too Faced. It's the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder infused with peach and sweet fig cream. So it's just a loose powder. It is like pink, but it goes on transparent. It does have this like peach scent, which I really like. But I'm really enjoying this powder, like everything about it, from like the packaging, just super cute. And then it has a little sifter that you can like pour out the perfect amount of product onto the lid, and it has like a little lid for the sifter, which I love because with loose powders, if they don't have the little lid, it just kind of gets everywhere and it's super messy. So I love this, and I just love, I don't know, I've really been enjoying this powder. The scent of it, the look of it, like the performance of it, it's really great. I have like very oily skin, so I do definitely love to set everything with a powder. So really been enjoying this. This has definitely been a recent favorite. Next favorites have been something that I've got earlier this year. I got them and I kind of used them once or twice, and then I didn't use them for a while, but recently I've been really getting into using these more, and what they are the Stila Glittering Glows. I had gotten a set of 3. I have 2 of them. I actually haven't tried out the third one. It's like a rose gold type of color, but the ones I've been using are the Smoldering Satin one, which is a little bit more of like a pewter shade, and then Kitten Karma, which is a little bit more of a champagne-y shade. I think everyone that has these has Kitten Karma, or anyone that's bought in a set has Kitten Karma. But Kitten is Stila's most popular like eyeshadow shade. So anyway, but the way I've been wearing these, like the first time I tried, I just took the applicator and like applied it all over my lid, and it was like way too much. So I've just lately been taking the applicator and applying some on my finger, and then just dabbing on the product with my finger onto my lid, or in a specific place that I want to wear it. And I find that's the best way to get a good application, but not super heavy and like intense, because I want to wear, like, it's glitter, but I don't need it to be like everywhere. So I've been enjoying these lately. Yeah, it's one of those things I bought knowing it's a product I'm not going to use every day, but yeah, I have been enjoying these. So those have definitely been a recent favorite, something I kind of had in my collection and wasn't really using, but recently I have kind of found a way to use and enjoy those. And then the next products are all lip products. So from Fresh, kind of a standby favorite for me is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatments. I have 3 sort of more berry toned colors, which I've really been enjoying. So I have the shades Tulip, which is kind of the lightest of the 3. I have this one currently in my purse. That's what Tulip looks like. It's just a kind of a nice sheer wash of color. So really been enjoying that. I love all of these because they give a little bit of color. They're very hydrating for the lips, so I like them, especially going into fall where it's getting a little bit drier outside and I kind of feel like I need more moisture. The other next shade is Poppy. It's a little deeper, a little bit more pigmented, but that's the Poppy shade. And then the final shade of the 3 that I have that are more berry toned is actually the shade Berry. So that's what that one looks like. So if I compare these next to each other, you can get a good idea of kind of the shade range of these. So this is Berry, Poppy in the middle, and then Tulip. So definitely I've used the most of Tulip. It's a little bit, the lightest shade, a little more sheer, a little more bright, and then a little darker like berry shades. But I've really been loving these. I got these last year actually in one of the like holiday kits. They're all like the little like mini deluxe sizes. But I really like those for the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatments because you can like try out more shades. But definitely been loving those. The next item is from Bite. This was from Sephora this year. This was part of the birthday gift. This is the read it. It says Matte Cream Lip Crayon, and it's in the shade Glace. So probably a lot of people have this by now if you, you know, shop at Sephora, if you elected to get the Bite little birthday gift. But I've really been enjoying this. It just applies so nicely. I like this little twist up, and it's this really pretty sort of like mauve-y shade. It's super pretty. I've really been enjoying this as well. And then the final item for sort of makeup, it's actually not really a makeup item, but it's also from Bite, and it's something I just recently got, but I've really been enjoying it, so I thought I would include it within my favorites. But this I got in the little set. I have the packaging right there. It was from the Bite, the Sweet Treats, the Holiday Hangover set, and it came with 3 mini products. And the Agave lip mask in lavender, I've just really been enjoying it. It's so nice to put on every night. It's very relaxing. It's just like a heavier lip treatment sort of mask, so I really like using this at night. But yeah, this has definitely been a recent favorite, so I thought I'd mention that as well. So that's all for the sort of makeup-y sort of items. Next, I do have a few candles. So it's fall. If you see my channel, I'm pretty basic when it comes to fall stuff. I really love the Bath & Body Works candles. I always get the fall ones. So one that I recently used up was Cider Lane, which is one of my favorites. It's like apple and caramel. It definitely has the apple scent, but very like sweet. The notes of this are warm caramel, Granny Smith apple, dark brown sugar, and ground clove. So I used this one up, but I was really enjoying this. And then now when I'm burning, another 3 wick from Bath & Body Works, but this is Sweater Weather. So sometimes if I've had enough of the very like sweet kind of caramely candles, it's nice to kind of break it up with something like Sweater Weather. And this is a very fresh scent, very outdoorsy scent, and I really enjoy burning this one every fall as well. The notes of this are fresh sage, juniper berry, eucalyptus, and fresh wood. So definitely has been a recent favorite as well. So that's all for candles. I'll just say, like in general, I love candles. I love fall specific candles. The Bath & Body Works candles are what I tend to get. Next, I have some book favorites. So kind of in the past few months, like 4 or 5 months, I've gotten back into reading. Like a few years ago, I read quite a bit, and it sort of like I sort of stopped, and then I'm trying to get back into it now. So I've read some things lately that I've really enjoyed. So firstly, I have really been enjoying the novels by Ruth Ware. This is 2 of them that I have. The actual first one I actually listened to by her, it was an audiobook, but it was The Woman in Cabin 10, which I really, really enjoyed. I think it was really fun too to listen to that one as an audiobook. But since then, recently I've read 2 other books by her. These are 2 of her. I think they're both, actually, this is her first book, and then I think this is maybe came out last year. So this is In a Dark, Dark Wood. I just loved, firstly, like the cover. I mean, I know you shouldn't buy a book for its cover, but sometimes I'm just like, I know I'll like it by how the cover looks. But really loved this one. Definitely these are like psychological thrillers. They're kind of in the vein of, I feel every book now gets compared to Gone Girl or Girl on the Train. But definitely if you like those books, I think you'd like this. So this is a woman gets an email and gets invited to kind of a friend that she's lost touch with, but it's for her bachelorette like weekend, and it's in this like kind of a remote house in a forest, and things happen. So I won't give too much away, but definitely it's a fall sort of winter book. I feel like you want to read this like when it's dark outside or cold outside, and you have like a cup of tea and maybe like at the fire, like sitting by the fireplace and reading this. So did really like this. And then the other one from her that I read was Line Game. This one kind of similar. It's sort of like friends that they were friends like years ago and they're coming back together. So this is 4 friends. 3 of them get a text message from their other friend that they need to come. and they are coming to where their friend is, and their friend, they all went to boarding school together, and the friend still lives in that same town, and some stuff happened in their past that they're like trying to forget, but it's coming back to kind of haunt them now. So that is this one. So definitely both psychological thrillers, books about, you know, kind of what happened, trying to figure out what happened, type of books, but definitely love both of those. And then the other book that I recently liked and really enjoyed, it's not really a psychological thriller, it's a little bit different than that. This is Eleanor, Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. I think I was noticing I was making like a list of like books that I wanted to read, and I noticed like a lot of them were from the Reese Witherspoon book club, so yeah, probably another indication of my basicness, but I don't know, I really like the books that she tends to recommend. But this is also one from her book club, but this is, I think it's set in Scotland, but it's about Eleanor, and she kind of has, you know, a fairly like predictable life. She works at a company doing their accounts receivable, and her life is very structured. She has had trauma in her childhood, so she's sort of like recovering for that, and you kind of get the story of her life told to you in pieces. And her life is very predictable, but then she meets an IT guy at work, and it kind of throws her off her like carefully constructed life. So I did really enjoy this, and yeah, it's definitely one that I recommend as well. So that's for books. Finally, I'll just go over some TV favorites. Just have a few. One is the American Horror Story that just aired, the Apocalypse season. I really liked it this time. Sometimes I don't always watch American Horror Story. Sometimes I'm just not into the seasons, but I did like this one. They kind of brought back the first season, the Murder House season, which I actually never watched. And then it brought back Coven, which I really liked the season with the witches. So I don't know. I liked it. It just finished airing, but I do like watching that in the fall time because I feel it lines up really well with like Halloween and October, where I'm kind of in the mood to like watch some more scary stuff. So definitely liked that. And then I'll just have to mention another thing that's probably, you know, I have the candles and the Reese Witherspoon books, but I also really like this time of year, This Is Us, which isn't really a fall show, but it's more like a traditionally broadcast show that they'll like premiere in the fall time, so I have been loving that one recently as well. So that is everything, all of my recent fall favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.